Hi everyone, my name is Josh.
And I'm Gavin.
And today we're here to talk to you about a cash flow statement and the importance of a cash flow statement. It's probably noteworthy to point out that a cash flow statement is great on its own, but it needs to be obviously looked at with a bunch of other reports as well. But I think it's very important that, for businesses trying to plan in particular with their cash flow and how they're going, the cash flow statement really outlines these things, and it can outline important areas for you to make certain decisions in your business.
Yep.
So firstly, what is a cash flow statement? Cash flow statement basically just summarizes the cash and cash equivalents of a business, basically monitoring the cash going in and out. Yeah, there's not really much else to it really, but
it also breaks down where the cash into three major components.
Yeah.
Like from trading,
Yeah.
from investing, and from financing.
yeah,
So it shows money coming in and out from your trading activity, in and out for your investing, so purchasing assets, sale of assets, and for finance, so loan repayments to the bank, and
dividend payments as well.
Yeah.
It's great how it actually breaks down those components, because you actually can then narrow down
Yep.
what aspects we should be looking at in terms of a cash flow position.
Yep.
In terms of the importance of a cash flow statement, there's a bunch of many different lists of things that you can say, but we've sort of narrowed it down to these 7 points that really highlight the importance of cash flow statements and the planning around it.
Yep.
So one of them, what was the first one there, Gav?
Would be for like short-term planning. Say for example, you've got a new piece of equipment for your business that you need to purchase. Having a look at a cash flow statement and even a forecast cash flow statement give you an idea of the drain of that equipment purchase from existing funds, if it's going to be funded from your trading activity, or if you should be looking to borrow money from the bank for it.
Yeah.
So it helps give you that planning and the impact of doing that.
And that's a very common thing that we see as well.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
yeah. Another very important point, I think we've touched on it before, but it breaks down obviously the components of a cash flow position of the company. It's also important to see, it shows you where exactly cash is being spent, and also it allows you to highlight any sort of problem areas with, money going too much in a certain area. Yeah, if for an example, if for finance, in a financing area for your business, if you're paying too much out in dividends, for instance, and your cash is being really strained on that point, you can clearly identify in your cash flow statement, this is where all the money's going out, we sort of need to address this.
Yep. I have come across a number of clients that are profitable on the profit and loss, but they go, where's the money?
Yeah, that's a big one that we see a lot. Like, we've got a great net profit, we're doing quite well, but why have we got no cash? Yeah, it's two different stories.
Yep, absolutely. The third point is it will help you to create excess cash. It'll help you focus on areas that you can look at in terms of if you need to chase down your customers for them to pay you quicker.
Yeah.
It'll help you identify where you need to look at if better ways to use your inventory.
Yeah.
Also sort of highlight your loan repayments to the bank if it's possibly a bit excessive.
You can definitely identify those areas and then see if you need to address them in any sort of way. Yeah, no, very important. Another important part is also revealing basically, cash planning results. So one thing cash flow statement helps you do is, obviously budget and plan. You can obviously compare your budgets to your results and then actually see, what course of action needs to be taken. That's another big part of your cash flow statement is, basically comparing your variances and seeing, what needs to be addressed.
Yep. The next point is following on from my earlier point, but more in terms of long-term planning. So for example, you borrowed $1 million to fund your business. It'll help sort of set out a guideline of what repayments are needed. Sometimes you may only have a 7-year term. So it'll help you sort of show you your responsibilities that are upcoming and if there's a need to make any adjustments.
Yeah, plan accordingly, obviously. There's obviously things are changing in this world, so it's good to have that heads up.
Yep.
Another point that I'd like to highlight also, it helps you determine your optimal level of cash. Sometimes businesses can have excess cash, like Gav was saying before, and it can also help you identify we can do with that cash as well. It also helps you understand, what is the true cash that I need to help me, run my business. It just helps you to find that balance. And for instance, if you find out that you're getting excess cash balances, you can put that money back into the business and actually grow your business better. Some people like to obviously don't have an understanding of that and then end up putting all their cash away and throwing it into different activities, but realizing that they don't have enough to run their business.
Yes.
And keep it at an optimal point.
Yep.
But yeah, it's good for obviously knowing that.
Mm-hmm. And that sort of leads into the last point in analysing your working capital. What cash you need to keep your business basically afloat on a week-to-week basis, in case there's any timing issues in receiving funds from your business.
Exactly. It's important to note, to summarise this presentation, is the cash flow statement is great for a document for planning and budgeting purposes, but you really have to be looking at this statement with a bunch of bunch of reports, really.
Like your profit and loss and balance sheet, that sort of give you the proper position.
Yeah, it's a great tool to work out what needs to be done in the interim and also plan, like with some of the points that we brought up. But yeah, really you got to have a holistic view of everything and sort of talk to your advisors to sort of get an idea of how you're going.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.
Awesome. See you.